All right, this is our non-adjusted predictive chart for today. Get into the red zone on conservative. And obviously the green zone supportive. Got the drop overnight. Came in, we said, let's think about primarily 98 to 96 as the support zone. If we got back to that 97 area, that would be helpful, but certainly don't be looking for a plunge. We said we were making higher highs and higher lows until we take out the day's low. Was not looking for a plunge, but hoping for some backing and filling. That's what we've got so far. Got several gaps to contend with. And whenever we get several gaps up, no guarantee you're going to get a pullback, but the odds favored us trying to come back in, do a little backing and filling. And this may take a couple of days to do that, but to re-auction territory that really was just in thin volume. So the way I'm looking at today, I was hoping to get a retest of the rain line. We've done that. I was hoping to stall today. We said you can't expect a plunge since we again made a new high, but we can expect maybe we can stall out and then come back and do some backing and filling. And that's the odds that I like today. It just, after the nonsense from last week, seemed to be a perhaps good time to do that. I think Zeke had posted earlier this morning that he thought it favored a pullback. I definitely agree. And not that that matters. We're both going to speak our mind. But when the two of us agree on something, you'll find it's probably better odds. Just because he is looking at it from a fundamental analysis as well as technical, and I'm strictly technical. I don't have a clue about the kinds of things Zeke knows how to do. Freely admit that. You know, man's got to know his limitations. And that's why I think he and I have teamed up pretty well over the years to help each other and those that want to listen. Just reading a private post from somebody. Thank you so much. He's been able to go back and review the awesome videos and able to focus on what I'm saying and just not the active market. That's so nice. Thank you so much. That's our goal. We're educators. We're teachers. We don't sit here and pound our chest. And when I post something back here, I get back from the dentist and I post something that, hey, look what I put out. This morning around 9:47, 9:48. This is what I was hoping to see happen. Do that not to pound my chest, but to say, this was a lucky guess. I'm glad that the market conformed to that. And that's all it is educated guessing, because they could have just easily ran it the other direction. But the reasons that we give you for backing and filling are sound. The odds just favored it after last week's nonsense and the holiday, despite the fact that we still have month end bias. We still could get pullbacks and then they'll buy with better odds. So today was more of an odds call. Just let's come back and do some backing and filling a territory that really has not been fairly auctioned. The gap up the other day. Let me go back to my spreadsheet so I don't misspeak. on Friday, about a 13.5 point day, and 375 of it, just in RTH. That's ridiculous. That differential alone was what I looked at, said, I think better odds coming back. So we're using the O3 marker, a reminder from last week. And what I'm doing now, I'm just going to put that reminder up here and say, okay, we need to get back up above that and stay above if you are a long and you like the long side. Otherwise, we're retracing last week's range. Okay, so that line is is a key line for us now. As is this blue one down the bottom, which is another gap. Got several gaps here. And like I said, the boys are more apt to do that kind of stuff overnight when we're sleeping. So I was not looking for a plunge. I was hoping for a stall in re-auction. Could it go lower? Yeah. If it went another couple points lower, that'd be perfect. But you're not going to get perfection. You're going to get close. That's all we're looking for. And a reminder, spread out your trades. This was, 30 minutes of selling, boom, boom. And then if you're looking for too much downside, then you get hurt hanging on to trailers. That's why hit and run today is probably a better way to play. And still have a fairly narrow range. Not even 10 points yet for the overall day. So they really have taken the fun out of this, where you can look for a big trade during the day, and that's worrisome, but it is what it is. Lunchtime, got another 20 minutes or so. I usually like to use 2 o'clock-ish for start of the afternoon session. So those of you still having lunch or munching at your desk, relax, and then we'll see if something shapes up for this afternoon. And this morning's short was more of a reactive trade. And anybody who played long side, certainly a great trade early. Anybody that said, hey, I'm just closing my eyes and buying and hope that we get to retest the overnight high, 206, the proposed potential targets. And then risk and reward came in. I would not think negatively about the market. It's certainly neutral right now. Came back to a deeper level of support, and it's trying to bounce from there.